welcome to my video. This is Tiffany from iHeartArtBlog.com, and I wanted to show you a card using a resist technique. The current challenge on SplitCoastStampers.com for the Mixability Challenge is called It's Not Hard to Resist, so I felt that showing a tutorial on this card would be pretty fitting. The challenge keyword is Mix 2. So to begin, this is super easy. I have this background stamp, and it is Stephanie Bernard's Birthday for Subways. And I have a piece of white cardstock. And for this, I'm going to be using Detail White embossing powder, but you could also use clear. So the first thing you want to do is just ink up your stamp. I'm using Versamark Dazzle. If you want to stamp this on a block, you could do that too. I just haven't found a large block that I really like. If you have any recommendations, definitely comment on the video. I am in the market for a big block. So after I ink that up, I'm just going to stamp it off. And make sure with these large background stamps you get all the details. You don't want to miss anything. So I'm applying a fair amount of pressure. And lift that up. And I have a little ink left from some previous stamping session, but that's okay. Then you take your Detail White and you just hit it up with some of that. And I like to put it on a scratch sheet of computer paper and then just tuck it in. I don't have a good amount of storage space for a lot of clear containers with embossing powder. Super easy. And then you're just going to heat set it. And I always use a trivet from IKEA. It's a little cork trivet, and I have my Zap American Crafts heat gun. Okay, when you're done, just make sure, double check that you hit up every part of that. It should be shiny. And you can see that the ink that rubbed off didn't really show up. So now the fun part. I'm using the Design Memory Craft gelatos in the Tropicals. And you can see in my card I went from purple to turquoise to neon green to the pink. So I'm going to do the same thing. And this is super easy. You just take this, they're sort of like chapsticks, but it's watercolor in a tube. And they're super creamy, and you're just going to rub it down. Then I'm going to add my blue. These are completely water soluble, so they blend really nicely. And then the last one is the pink. Then I'm just going to take a wet brush and blend. I'm going to start with the pink. And if you want to clean your brush in between so that the colors don't become too muddled, you can do that. I'm going to go down to this green. Look how bright these are when you add the water. It just sort of activates that pigment. You can see I'm just cleaning my brush in between each color because I don't want to have too much overlap and blend. And then just use a damp towel or a baby wipe, and you're just going to expose that embossed part. And again, because these are completely water soluble, you can go back and rework the color and just use your fingers. Get in there with your fingers, get dirty. You can totally get in here and rework. I recommend using a new fingertip for every color. Make those colors more vivid. And then when you're done, you just wipe it off. See how easy that is? So after that, you would just mat it, add it to a A2 card base, and then embellish. Super easy. Again, this was Tiffany from iHeartArtBlog.com, and I wanted to show you a resist technique for the SplitCoastStampers.com Mixability Challenge. It's not hard to resist, and again, that keyword is mix 2. So if you want to make a card and upload it to the gallery, that would be awesome. And I'm trying to comment on all the cards. So have a good day. Thanks for watching.